Hello everyone, it's Sarah with a sample from the new Meadowbrook Tales collection, and for me this sample just epitomises the name of this collection really, because this gorgeous hare, he's called Ashfoot. He has a friend called Elder Skip, and he's just spotted a little butterfly to be friends with, and we've got a brook at the bottom of the field, the meadow on the other side, and we see hares in there, and I can just imagine all sorts of tales going on. So that's the piece we're going to make. I'm going to start with a piece of multifarious. This one's 9.5. Let me just get my wad of paper to go underneath. And there's not a huge amount of colour in here, but that's what I just love. Don't you just love that we can colour these hares in now? We don't have to be stamping them in grey and trying our best to colour them in. We've got that option. So let's get started. Going to use the small catkins branch out of the Fairy Catkins collection stamp set, you know what I mean. I'm going to stamp this in Nocturne, and I'm going to stamp this first so that I know where to sit my hair. I just think it makes such a gorgeous curving branch. Let's have this coming round here. And then we can get Ashfoot. I think I might stamp him in Fallen Leaves, my current favourite colour, because that'll give that shading already to his body. So I'm going to put his bottom and his back leg as much in line with that at the bottom of the branch Fairy Catkins as I can. Leave that ink to sit there a second. There we go. Now for the little butterfly that he's talking to in the butterfly set, I'm going to stamp that in Chianti. Is that how you pronounce it? Terrible pronunciation. This one. However you want to call it. So it's a little silhouette anyway, and so it just saves me adding some colour. So a little flutterby flutting around him. There we go. I think this is also one of the quickest of the samples that I've made. Now this is from the friendship words. There's some beautiful words on here, and I've gone for friendship. I mean, it'd make a gorgeous journal page, wouldn't it, with maybe some pictures of your friends or times that you've had together. Make a great, just, you know, thank you for being my friend card. So I'm just going to pop that to the side of him. I'm going to get my little black pen, and this time I'm adding my ground mainly with dots, just kind of making a line that's not complete, and then adding some dots around, one under him. And then we can start colouring. So the little catkins I've coloured in this almost, oh look, that is an incredible match. So it's clearly called Chianti, but I called it Merlot in my notes. It's number 8. I would rather like to know what their names are. So when I'm colouring these in, you can see I'm pressing quite firmly at the base of the catkin, and then I'm gently lifting my pencil up. And I showed this on another video. You know, if you're not used to doing that, have a practice. Maybe make a swatch card with all the colours of your Mondeluz pencils and their numbers. Start hard and then just lift your pencil up and gently go across. You could do that in a square or a rectangle. It's worth having a practice if you're not used to using pencils. Like I said before, we expect as adults to be able to just immediately be able to use new art supplies, and it's worth just giving ourselves a bit of leeway and understanding that we have to learn how to use these things. Watercolouring pencils have been a favourite for mine for a long time. Right, that's that colour in there. I now need my dark brown. Let's have a look. That's 31. You use what you've got and you use what works for you. I'm going to start with that darker one over his that I was going to say petal. That's ear that's tucked away there. And wherever those darker dots are, Tracy's given us those guidelines of how to colour this in already by giving us that shading. So actually, even if you just coloured it in a block colour, I think you'd still get a really lovely effect because it's shaded so beautifully. I go a bit darker over his haunch there, sort into his tummy. There we go. I'm going to use this colour, I think. Oh, 31 appears to be darker than 32. There we go then. Stick with what I started with. So just colouring in those lighter bits. I did look up what colour Hare's eyes were, and they are brown. I forgot to do his nose. I assume their noses are pink. I didn't Google that. And I also assume his little tail is white. I'm just going to get my wet paintbrush and just blend those colours together. He does look like he's ready for the off, doesn't he? He's got a lot of tension, I think, in his body there, waiting to spring off. He's saying, hello little butterfly, but let's go and play. I'm going to leave his ear because I really like the texture I've got with that. And I'm going to leave my catkins as well. Now, one of the other things I added, well, there's two things. I'm going to do the stenciling in a second, but then I did add some of the Kuretake drop of shimmer in silver. And I also got some colour off this pencil and added some splatters around. But let's start with the stenciling. So we need the good old ambience. Actually, first, let's just put a bit of grass down here. So I'm just lining that up. I'm going to get Bermuda and a little stencil brush. And I'm just going to go along there. And I'm going to come in with, again, my wet brush. Just make it look like I've done it with watercolour, which I have. I just used a watercolour pencil. There we go. A quick glass to dry. And then we can add some more colour through the stencil. Well, the stencil brushes just seem to grow legs. Just like pens, they vanish off your desk even when you've not moved them or buried it under some stamps. That'll explain it. Right, I'm just testing my brush because I've re-inked this pad, so I don't want great blobs of colour. I'm starting round Ashfoot first, so the colours are a bit dark around him. I say colours, I'm only using one, you know what I mean. And then moving out, and then holding the card still underneath, but lifting it up, I can see how much colour I've got in there. Go in with a bit more. Oh. So that's that bit of stenciling. Now, if I get my paintbrush, I'm just going to almost make myself a little palette of paint by scribbling it really hard on there. Get some water. And you can do this on your acrylic mat as well, but it should be enough there. I'm just going to try it. Just going to try and get some of those pink splatters just around the fairy catkins. And that's all I need. Then I'm going to do something similar with my silver drop of shimmer. Wet paintbrush again, well damp. I'm going to pop a tiny little bit just at the base of these catkins. Just give it a bit of magical shine. Might pop a little bit on the wings of the butterfly. And then can't resist some splatters. I'm just going to heat those so that you'll be able to see the shimmer. Actually, looking at it now, I've used silver on that one, and I think I must have used glitter on this one. So there you go, you can use either and you'll get a different effect with each. Let's just tone that down a little bit with the paintbrush. Because it's water-based, you can lift it back off. I do like how it's worked on that butterfly though. It's giving him quite distinct bits of shimmer. Let's pull a bit through. And then it just comes down to mounting it. So I've got a piece of 10 by 10 black paper there, and that will be mounted on top of my 5 by 5 card. So there you go, a little friendship card to send to one of your friends. Thanks for joining me.